Hello there, Patreon pals. Apologies for the frequency of video content. I've been very hard at work. Next month, April 14th or something, is tax day, and it's a very stressful time around these parts. It's got to pay taxes. But I've been working very hard on some ideas, and I'd love to show you what they are. I've been recording these projects in bits and pieces, but I haven't felt they were coherent enough to put together yet. So I'm just going to show you around the shop at all the stations or places, or at all the things that are going on. So let's go. This is where I've been spending a lot of time. This is where I cast things in Hydrocal. And there's my Hydrocal. It used to be 100 pounds worth. Now I'm probably down to 40 pounds. I've used 60 pounds of Hydrocal in the things I'm about to show you. And it's taken a while, but the things that I'm making are pretty cool. Let's see here. Here's a silicone mold. Here's a silicone mold for March's Patreon reward. You're all getting clowns. So I'm in the process of getting those done. And here's a big fella. Here's the look at that. Alright. Let's move on. So, these are ones that I've done today. They're drying. These are ready to go. They've been drying for a day or two and they can be painted. Now I got these clowns. I think I gotta do about 16 of them for you guys, and I'm gonna do some extras to try to sell on Etsy. It should be fun. Here's Spoopy Joe. And today I, out of curiosity, saw if I could drill a hole in them without the Hydrocal shattering, and much to my surprise and joy, you can. So this year I'm going to be making the Christmas ornaments I've been meaning to make for years and years and years. Here are, well, there's 19 there. These are Spoopy Joes. They have a little bit of glow-in-the-dark paint in their eyeballs. I don't know how well it'll work, but I thought that was cool. Now, what's a slight bottleneck for these guys, I don't know if you see over there, there's a cat. There's a huge pile of cardboard. And I've been trying to make the most optimal box for these things that look professional looking. This is the best design I've come up with out of 3 or 4 so far. So now you gotta make a bunch of those boxes and then some labels, and then Spoopy Joe will be ready for Broadway. This was the first thing that I made. It's a piece of pizza. His name is Pizza. Very clever. I'm having trouble painting the cheese. So until I can figure out a good way to paint the cheese, which I will have to do in the next few days, they'll just hang out here. And the more they dry, the better they'll be. Here are my pride and joys. These are what I'm hoping will save Christmas. These are all skulls, and I did a different idea for each one. Last night I covered them in glue and put sparkles on them. This is one of the first ones. I tried it with gunstock wood stain. It looked cool. Looks like terracotta. This is gunstock wood stain and black wood stain. That is just paint, but what I did was I projected a grid onto it and then put dots. Yeah, there are one or two mess ups, and I felt myself starting to mess up, so I quit while I was ahead. This one is just done with Danish oil. I think it looks like sand. Looks pretty cool. Now, well, let me show you this. I know I did a video on this guy before. This is a spin art station, and I made a piece in here where I can rest the skull in there, and it'll spin the skull, and I can do spin art with the skull. So this was one of the few designs I did with the spin art, and I tried a bunch of different things. If you follow me on Instagram, I showed these on my stories there. Let's see, got that spin art one, got another guy right there. Got this one that I spray painted gold and then put black in the eyes, nose, and the mouth, and then spun it around. I think it turned out really cool. And this one is probably my favorite. I think this one will probably move pretty fast. And then I started mixing it up, doing spin art, and then letting it dry, and then doing splatter paint on it. And then some of them just got all pooched up. But I mean, these designs, some of them are really, really neat. Did this one today. Yeah. This is spin art and splatter art together. And this is one I painted last night. This one here, I have a whole bunch of nail polish, so I painted this one in nail polish. Turned out pretty cool. And here was the first one with the dots. And this one, I was watching the new Ricky Gervais on Netflix, and I came up with this clown. Oh, I have a painted clown, I'll show you that. I was trying to design a box that would fit both the clown and this, so I just need to make one template for it. Here's another skull that's hanging out being itself. But this ended up, I have another one somewhere, I think it's under this pile. Or no, it's right here. These are templates that I made for cutting cardboard boxes out of pieces of brown hardboard. And if you run an X-Acto around it, you get a pretty okay box. But they're not consistent yet, but they're something. It's a neat idea. This is for Spoopy Joe. This is Penelope. She's recovering wonderfully from a head wound. So thank you everyone who gave their thoughts and prayers for Penelope's speedy recovery. Say thank you to all the nice people, Penelope. She's not feeling chatty today. I found one more skull in my travels, but this one doesn't have a hangy thing on the back. I've been doing this cool thing now that I probably should have been doing 10 years ago. I date the artwork. Well, thanks everybody. I should have process videos for some of those things ready soon. But I thought I'd just say hello and show you what I've been doing. I hope this video wasn't too high energy. I hope it didn't blow your socks right off. I hope you're not sockless. Thank you to all my Patreon supporters. I don't know what side it's on. I usually end up running it over my face by mistake. Thank you to all of you, or all of you. And I will talk to you soon. I'm gonna go paint some skulls. Bye everybody. Thank you for watching.